So in a nutshell, that virus, coronavirus, it is here. It is acting on the ACE2 receptor of the cell membrane of the human cell. Okay, so the ACE protein here, and then uh, this virus is forming one endosome within the human cell. Okay, now the pH of the endosome must be acidic, and then there is uncoating of virus, and it releases its single stranded RNA within the human cell. Now this single stranded RNA undergoes in translation process in presence of one protease enzyme called chymotrypsin like protease, okay. And then, so this is translation, and then structural protein formed, and also non-structural protein formations occurs. As example, non-structural protein RNA dependent RNA polymerase. Okay, this RNA dependent RNA polymerase, it enters within the human cell nucleus after passing through this channel called, this is your importin. So this importin is important here for the entry of the RNA dependent RNA polymerase into the nucleus of human cell. Then there is several multiple copies of single stranded RNA formed within the nucleus. Okay, and then next the structural protein is there. Okay, and then this single stranded RNA entering within the structural protein and forming the complete virus. Then next step is the exocytosis of the virus. Okay, exocytosis of the virus, and activates your immune system. And I already told there is huge cytokine storm. Okay, interleukin 6, TNF alpha secretion is increased. Okay, and causing local tissue damage, and this is the major cause of your acute respiratory distress syndrome, or also multiple organ failure. Now if we prevent the entry, or if we prevent the entry of the virus within the human cell, okay, then we are preventing at this step here the interaction of the ACE protein with the ACE2 receptor, or spike protein with the ACE2 receptor present on the cell membrane of the human. We are inhibiting in this step via giving various drugs. Those drugs are called here your entry inhibitor. Okay, these drugs are entry inhibitors drugs. Actually these drugs are preventing the interaction between this virus and the ACE2 receptor. Okay, I previously in the previous session I already told there is one protease is there. This is your TMPRSS2, and its function I already told. So this entry inhibitor, I am telling you one very important drug. This is your hydroxychloroquine. This is your hydroxychloroquine. Okay, not only hydroxychloroquine, this is there is also entry inhibitor is your nafamostat, and similar drug is also camostat. Okay, now another drug, this is your umefenovir. Okay, its brand name is also called RB doll. Done. So these drugs, the hydroxychloroquine, nafamostat, camostat, or umefenovir, which brand name is also Arbidol. These drugs are actually the entry inhibitor. Actually, these drugs are preventing the entry of the coronavirus into the human cell via preventing the interaction, by preventing the interaction of the virus and the ACE2 receptor. Okay, so this is the first group of drug. This is your entry inhibitor. Within this entry inhibitor, hydroxychloroquine is there, nafamostat and camostat is there, and Arbidol is there. Now at the next step is nothing but the endocytosis of the virus. The membrane, the virus is fused with the cell membrane of the human cell, and endocytosis of the virus. Now for the survival of the virus, this virus is forming one endosome. Okay, for the survival of the virus within this endosome, this is the virus which is present within the endosome. The pH of the endosome, it must be acidic. Now any drug, okay, any drug which is causing the endosomal pH alkaline, any drug which is causing the endosomal pH alkaline, it is then the virus unable to survive within that endosome. Okay, so some drugs are given at this level to increase the pH of the endosome and make the pH of the endosome basic or alkaline. Okay, so this alkaline pH is now this is an adverse effect for or this is, it has an adverse effect on the virus, or virus unable to grow or unable to survive within this alkaline pH. So once again, this drug I am telling here, which is changing the pH of the endosome, is your hydroxychloroquine. This is also your hydroxychloroquine. So previously I already told the hydroxychloroquine here, which is actually preventing the glycosylation of ACE2 receptor. I will discuss the hydroxychloroquine little later detail. Okay, so this hydroxychloroquine here acts as an entry inhibitor, and this hydroxychloroquine is also increasing the pH of the endosome and make it alkaline. Okay, now next step is the translation. So this is the viral this is the RNA, single stranded RNA of the virus, okay, coronavirus, which undergoes translation process and forms structural protein of the virus and non-structural protein of the virus. And for this translation, okay, one major protease is important here. This is your chymotrypsin like protease. This is your chymotrypsin like protease. Okay, so this chymotrypsin like protease is important for this translation of the for the translation process of the single stranded RNA, and for the formation of your structural protein and non-structural protein. Okay, so if any drug inhibits this protease, if any drug inhibits this chymotrypsin like protease, then there is no translation, there is no further translation mechanism. Okay, and if there is no translation, then there is no structural protein formation of the virus, and there is also no non-structural protein formation of the virus. That means there is no RNA dependent RNA polymerase. Okay, so now the drugs which is inhibiting at this step via inhibiting the protease of the translation process, these drugs here are lopinavir, okay, darunavir and ritonavir, okay. So these all drugs are also the drugs of HIV, okay. These all are HIV drugs also, okay, used in the AIDS disease, okay. So these drugs are actually inhibits this protease, okay, and preventing the translation mechanism, okay. So lopinavir, darunavir and ritonavir, okay. Next is your if any drug is preventing this RNA dependent RNA polymerase, okay, or now the next group of drug is your RNA dependent RNA polymerase inhibitor, okay. This is the next group of drug. In this group of drug, the most important drug is here remdesivir, okay, or similar composition, that is galidesivir. This remdesivir or the galidesivir, they are actually mimic the adenosine. They are actually mimic the adenosines, or they are also called your adenosine analog, okay, adenosine analog, okay. Now I will discuss these things also in later. Actually they are causing what? They are actually the RNA dependent RNA polymerase inhibitor. Actually there is synthesis of the single stranded RNA. Is there, but at the place of adenosine, there is real adenosine is not present on the single stranded RNA. There is a fake adenosine. Remdesivir, galidesivir is this is actually the competitive inhibitor of this polymerase enzyme, which is preventing the attachment of adenosine in the RNA chain and mimic the adenosine here, okay. And also there is not only remdesivir, galidesivir, there is also another drug, okay. So once again I am writing the remdesivir, galidesivir, okay. Next is ribavirin. This is a fake guanosine. This is a guanosine analog, okay. And favipiravir. This is directly damaging the RNA polymerase. Okay. And also I told this is the adenosine analog, okay. Now this RNA dependent RNA polymerase here, this is directly damaged by your favipiravir, okay. Now another drug also here, which is also acting at the genetic level. This is your meridor, okay. Actually this drug inhibits your inosine monophosphate dehydrogenase. This is one important enzyme at the synthesis of the guanosine synthesis. This is important for your guanosine synthesis. Okay, so this drug, this causing what, this drug is inhibiting this enzyme, this drug is an inhibitor of this enzyme, and due to this guanosine synthesis is also reduced. Okay, and there is now also another drug, this is your beta hydroxy, here I am writing beta hydroxy cytidine. It is self-explanatory. This beta hydroxycytidine, this is one fake cytidine. So these are the drugs, those who are acting at the genetic level, of your coronavirus. Okay, so at the genetic level of the coronavirus, here you can appreciate some drugs are RNA dependent RNA polymerase inhibitors. Okay, within here the remdesivir, galidesivir, those are those are adenosine analogs. Okay, and here also ribavirin. Okay, this is the drug which is directly damaging your RNA polymerase, and this drug is causing the guanosine synthesis, decrease the guanosine secretions or guanosine synthesis via preventing this enzyme, and this drug is a fake cytidine. Okay, now I already told what happens now. Here you can appreciate when the exocytosis of the virus occurs, exocytosis of the virus occurs, then now the virus is present outside the cell, and this virus is causing the cytokine storm. This is, I already told previously, the coronavirus is causing one thing, that is it causing the hyperactivity. It's induced the hyperactivity of the immune system. Okay, or hyperactive immune system is due to the infection of the coronavirus. Now if we reduce the sensitivity of our immune system, if we suppressed the sensitivity of our immune system, then what happens? There is decreased secretion of the various cytokines. Okay, then causing decreased tissue damage. Okay, so some immunomodulators are also used. Immunomodulators are also used in severe conditions, like some immunomodulators, right, those who are decreasing your immune response is also used here. As example, corticosteroids, it has also various side effects, adverse effects on human body. So I will discuss these things also in another video. And once again, hydroxychloroquine, also hydroxychloroquine. So I already told at hydroxychloroquine is used one as entry inhibitor. Okay, as entry inhibitor, and it is also used to increase the pH of the endosome and forming the alkaline medium, and virus unable to survive within the alkaline endosome. And hydroxychloroquine is also used as immunomodulator. But this hydroxychloroquine, it has various side effects, adverse effects on our human body. Okay, and various organs are also affected by the hydroxychloroquine. Okay, so I will discuss all details about the hydroxychloroquine in another video. Now here I am telling other immunomodulator drugs. This is your tocilizumab, okay, and lumen. Okay, so these two drugs are your anti interleukin 6. Okay, tocilizumab and sarilumen. These two drugs are your anti interleukin 6. Okay, there is huge interleukin secretion or cytokine secretion due to the coronavirus attack, and these drugs, these two are your anti-interleukin. Okay, they are suppressed the action of interleukin, and here you can appreciate MAB. This is also MAB. This MAB is for your monoclonal antibody. Okay, so monoclonal antibody. Next one, another immunomodulator is I am telling here. This is your bevacizumab map. Okay, this is also another monoclonal antibody, and this is your anti VEGF. Okay, which is also secreted during the attack of the virus by our immune system. And finally, another treatment is your plasma exchange. Okay, so now in the next session I'll talk about each and every detail of the some important drugs like hydroxychloroquine, remdesivir, okay, or various immunomodulators and various side effects of those drugs also. Okay, and also I will tell you that the various dose adjustment of those drugs. Okay,